What do you plan to do on draft day?
Be with the people that have been with there since day one, the people that helped me get where I am today, it wasn't all by myself. So, with my family, nothing special or spectacular or something crazy. I'm just going to sit there. Maybe if I'm that first guy, first pick, maybe you see me in Chicago, but other than that, I'll probably be at home somewhere.
Have you heard much about how your pass rushing ability is going to be something that distinguishes you in a pretty heavy, deep, defensive line draft?
Say that one more time.
That your pass rushing ability.
Correct.
It's a deep draft for defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something you think can distinguish you? How well you pass?
I hope so. A guy that can play the run and pass well. I just go out there and show him that I'm the best interior, if not the best defensive lineman in this draft. So I go out there. Hopefully my film can speak for itself. I go out here with these workouts and convince these coaches that this kid do and can be the number one pick overall.
Do you feel like you're the best defensive line prospect?
Of course.
No,
hands down.
why are you so sure?
Because, I go out here and I work every day with these coaches, I work so hard in practice, in the off season with these kids. And, at LA, I work so hard, to put myself in this position, to be in the NFL. So why not go out here and give it to all? I want to be number one. So that's my goal.
When you look back at it, how difficult was the decision to go or stay?
The decision was pretty difficult, because you work so hard with these guys here in the building. You spend so much time with them. But, at the end of the day, you got goals for yourself, too. And goals that you want to accomplish because you only get one life. So it was something that I had the opportunity to do, and I set forth my foot and head to the NFL.
What did Harbaugh tell you during all that?
Make the best decision for me, kind of, you're your own guy, do what's best for you. He gave his own output where you think I should go or stay, but at the end of the day, you got to make your own decision.
What did he tell you?
He wanted me to come back. I think about every coaching staff on the staff wanted me to come back, but at the end of the day, they all said, well, make the best decision for yourself. It wasn't none that you should stay or told me I'm going to be an undrafted player. They all kind of kept it honest with me. Told me they wanted me to be here, but you need to make the best decision for yourself.
And they told you that they think you can get drafted?
Of course, yeah.
And what went into your decision to leave, to leave a year early? Why did you want to do that?
Why did I want to do it? It was a bunch of internal decisions that I had to make, kind of personal goals, things that the opportunity don't come every so often. So, I was blessed enough to, stay healthy this past year, able to compete at the highest level. A lot of things went in for me. So why should I stay or why should I not stay or why should I go? So.
What were some of the reasons why you might have stayed? You have pros and cons?
The guys on this team, really, the coaching staff. You build a bond with these guys. Work so hard, and you build a bond with these guys. It's tremendous that you don't want to feel like you're throwing it all away. But you don't do it when you have a season like we kind of had this year. Even though I felt like we could have did better, but you work so hard with these guys in the off season and spend so much time with them. It's just like they're like your brothers that you kind of like putting away to the side to go accomplish goals that you have for yourself. So. Not wanting to be selfish, but having to be selfish at the same time. But those are some of the things that I was fighting with.
Are you able to walk away with this with a degree, or do you have to come back and do more classes?
I have to do more classes.
How close are you?
About 17 credits.
Is it going to, bother you if you, because of the draft being deep on defensive line, if you don't go in the first round or you drop a little bit, will that hurt, or will you look back at that decision with a little bit of regret if you'd waited a year, maybe?
A little trick question. Yes and no, because I go out there and compete. Why wouldn't I want to be number one overall? So, you're not being selected number one overall. I'm going to have a little fire, but even if I did get selected number one overall, I'm still going out there with a chip on my shoulder, wanting to be the best in the NFL. I'm not done. So, just going out here to compete every day is really the objective and the goal.
At the Combine, how did your interviews go? What are some of the concerns or questions the teams had for you?
The interviews went well, actually. A lot of the same questions you guys asked me, why did I leave early? I hit it with the same kind of response that I made a personal decision. That I sat there and talked with a couple of my mentors and coaching staff and teammates, kind of let them know the kind of decisions that were going through my head or why should I stay or should go. So,
have you heard any feedback from Frank about what his first year in the NFL was like?
He said it was great. An experience that not everybody get to live. So, He said it was an opportunity that that you could take, whether you come back and play next year or leave and enter the draft this year. So he was like, you're good enough to play in the league, at that high caliber. So just do what's best for you.
Did you get any weird questions at the combine from anybody?
Nah,
the strange
wouldn't.
ones?
Nah,
No?
to be honest, nah, that wasn't.
You talked about the health reason for going. When you see guys like Miles Jack or something come back for or get injured during their season, and then it kind of affects their future, does that scare you to think about that, or did
No,
that
I'm not
play into it?
hesitant. No,
Okay.
I'm just saying I was blessed to have
Got
a
it.
clean slate year this year. So nothing like that.
Okay.
I done sprained my MCL before, and that didn't bother me. I was back in 2 weeks.
Right.
Ready to contact just with a brace and some tape. But none of that really bothered me. I was just blessed and fortunate enough to play in the trenches without, a broken bone or a sprained MCL or anything like that, high ankle sprain. So
Jealous at all that you didn't get to do spring practice in Florida ever while you were here?
a little bit. They got to go down there in Florida, some nice weather in February, which is a little different from Michigan in February. So, I was happy for them. A little sad that I couldn't experience a little IMG experience, but satisfied with my experience down there in LA Exos.
Do you have a preference where you might like to end up?
Not at all. Play anywhere. Not at all. Play anywhere. Cold, warm.
You're not tired of this weather?
No. I'm born and
I
raised
know
in
you're from here, but sometimes that makes it worse.
Nah, not at all, man. A lot of these teams up here got domes these days, so
Were you,
it doesn't matter.
were you a Browns fan growing up?
Of course, Cleveland guy. I'm a full-out Cleveland guy. From my father, from a young guy to the end of the day, I've always been a big Cleveland guy. I always supported the hometown team. So,
What do you think of this group? And a lot of these guys, current team, coming back saying that they think they're going to be the best defensive line in the country. You think that's...
oh yeah, I still think today, yeah, they could be the best D-line, be the best defense in the country. Not just the D-line. I think the defense looks good. They're bringing in depth. They're bringing in young guys that can play early. I don't hope nothing. I wish nothing but the best for these guys. And me putting in the years that I did with these guys that's still here, I feel like they got the talent to maybe win the Natty this year.
That's pretty bold.
Hey,
Did you think about hey, maybe I come back and have that chance? Is that
yeah, I'm sitting there thought about to be part of something that I truly believe is the best defensive line in the country. Yeah, playing with guys like Glasgow, Wormley, Monet, Mo, Taco. And those guys are just tremendous players and athletes and teammates. So, building a relationship with those guys since I've been here was something that I cherish forever.
How good does Monet look now at this point, coming off the injury?
Oh, Monet look good. Monet always bringing that energy and that Tongan spirit. So, Monet look good from what I've seen. I haven't been and seen a lot of practice, but from what I've seen, he looks good.
Did you go into last season thinking that this, could be the last year, put everything you had into last season and go from there?
I think about that every year, because one snap could be my final and last, snap of football ever. So, you go in every play like this could be my last play, but this in the back of my head, not really thinking that, hey, if I get 6.5 sacks or certain amount of tackles for loss, I'm gonna leave. No, that was the least of my worries. I'm worried about winning games.
You saw O'Korn quite a bit on the demonstration team, didn't you, last season? What does he bring to the table?
A great arm, a guy with a lot of juice. Seen him take a lot of contact, contact as a quarterback. So that was exciting. He brings in some experience that he'd already played down in Houston and did pretty well down there. So a guy that, could take charge, that he took charge of the scout team while he was working for us. So a guy that just like a natural born leader out there.
You're allowed to hit the scout team quarterbacks?
A little bit. we get more away with it than hitting them.
So he didn't. He liked it? I mean, he didn't shy away from it.
Depending on how hard
Oh,
Corn
sure.
felt.
Yeah,
If Corn felt like he wanted to get hit today and one lower his shoulder, then Corn did it. But Corn's still a quarterback. You touch him on my shoulder, stay with him. So he still deal with that. But at the end of the day, he go out there and compete, and he just want to compete with the guys. So he was looking forward to this chance he got this year to go out there and hopefully start from the university.